It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everyone. From Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny, we're all looking forward to the same thing, the first game of the regular season. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, it's not always easy to play in front of your home crowd opening night. You really don't know how you're going to come out and perform, but it's still an advantage in trying to get that first win. Getting a little amped up. Opening night of the regular season now upon us. Shaq, what were you looking forward to the most here on opening night?
Two things. Let me get this out the way. Hanging out with you guys. You know I love you guys. I miss you guys. It's been a great summer. And getting back to the greatest game in the world.
Which of those, if you only had one, which of those would be?
I would have to say the game would come second.
Oh, man. You're the greatest.
I love you guys.
You are the greatest.
I appreciate that.
I don't even care what you got to say about Oakland. Well, I do. What are you looking forward to besides hanging out with us?
I was just looking forward to hanging out with you guys,
Yeah.
and seeing the off-season changes. But if I had to choose between the off-season changes and how they pan out, and hanging out with you guys, I would take the off-season changes to see how it pans out.
I got your back.
And I got your back.
And I wish you weren't back. Here's Kevin Harlan.
sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. The forwards, George and Grant. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Russell Westbrook. He is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Screen by Cousins. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Westbrook against Curry. And too long on the shot. The drive by Green. Lays it up and banks it in.
Now, Draymond's energy, guess what? It's here. It's in the game right now, and he's attacking.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Shoots over Curry. That shot is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Green up on top. Outside Curry. Durant in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Misses off the right iron.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
Here's Westbrook. Count it from 12. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night.
That's a nice release on the mid-range jump shot. Westbrook getting more consistent from there. Loves the right side especially.
And Cousins kicks to Curry. Stolen by Westbrook. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Screen by Cousins. Curry against Westbrook. Cousins with a screen on Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads from 13. And the jumper is on the mark.
I don't know what you do with Steph in the pick and roll situation like that. He capitalizes because of the separation, and it doesn't have to be much.
And the dunk by Grant.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Thompson dishes to Green. Back to Thompson. Pass to Curry. Green, the screen. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Steph feeling the pick out well there, knowing exactly where to go to take advantage. That's a smart play.
Here's Westbrook. Using his post move to get the 2 points. 8 points for him.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Billy Donovan.
Well, Kevin, we talked at length about how they plan to contain this excellent offense. He said, you know, our opponent changes, but our principles stay constant. It's about denying high percentage shots, layups, and open threes. If we can make them shoot contested jumpers, and they make them, we'll tip our caps to them. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. He really has them focused on not letting this game turn into a shootout.
And that's the way you've got to play it against them. I mean, start trading baskets with this group, and you play right into their hands.
Well, the mindset then has to be about a physical basketball game with bodying up the bigs and not getting any free runs to the hoop. So let's see if physicality becomes a part of this one.
That free throw missing. Brent, I know it's a long season, but there's something special about NBA opening night.
We do a great job of presenting that, too. Every year, there's just spectacular stuff going on all day long. So many people are fired up to get to the arena. People coming early, festive. You get your new gear on. You got the new colors, whatever the new shoes are. Everybody's got them on. Let's get fired up and throw it up.
You remember opening day, don't you? Especially as a rookie, I would assume. My goodness.
Of course, the very first opening day sticks with you the most. Mine happened to be with the Los Angeles Clippers when I was drafted by the Denver Nuggets, traded to L.A., but I do remember that day, and I still have that jersey, Kevin.
No kidding.
Well, it didn't get played all that much in the first game, but I still have it.
Now, here's Curry. He's got 5. Back to Durant. Over Adams. And another basket for Golden State.
Deadly. From every spot on the court, Durant is both prolific and relentless.
There's the screen. Roberson the pass to Adams. Dishes it to Westbrook. Banked in off the glass. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And Steven Adams, the kind of guy who on a nightly basis is so appreciated by the star players on the team and certainly the coaching staff.
Let's take a look at Steph Curry's numbers. Last season, he played outstanding. First in free throw percentage, and with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And as you said, the league's best free throw shooter last season. What a tremendous asset, especially in clutch situations.
What a nice touch from KD. There's no spot on the floor where he doesn't feel confident from.
Westbrook against Thompson. Shoots from 12. Westbrook can't get it to go.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Westbrook against Curry. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. The Thunder with the lead. Outside, George. The Warriors pull it in. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Grant. Green, the screen. And Cousins kicks to Curry. Cousins with a screen for Curry. From the stripe. That's good on the jump shot. Durant's got 6.
That's where Durant is making a living right now. A sensational jump shooter and a deadly release.
Adams, the pass to George. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Cousins. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Cousins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Under trailing by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And got
Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Patterson comes in for Jeremy Grant. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Roberson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Schroeder. Noel, a screen on Curry. Patterson, that's good.
Great sign when Patterson's connecting from deep. Everything for this offense starts to loosen up.
Curry kicks to Livingston. Over Felton. And it's Golden State with another.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Thunder trailing by 3. Now here's Schroeder. Shoots over Curry. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint, here's Livingston. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Livingston's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, with just how dominant he can be scoring inside and outside, to have that kind of vision, wow, a complete center.
And it's George finishing it off.
Good chance to see Paul George burst that time.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Curry passes to Livingston. Back to Curry. Screen by Cousins. Curry can't get it to go.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Nobody near Schroeder. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. Jerebko's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. 1:33 left to play here in the first. Here's Jerebko. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jerebko's got his first basket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Noel sets a screen for Patterson. In the corner, George with it. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 5. The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
Here's Livingston, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, for both teams, we're seeing great synergy on offense, but some lackluster defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
What's up?
Free throw good, Livingston.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Warriors lead by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
18. Oh, 18.
Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rare, rare feat indeed. And Steph Curry, one of the few who have done it, talked about that challenge.
The field goal percentage as a whole is the toughest one. You're going to have some open shots, you're going to have some tough shots, but having that level of consistency and accuracy over the course of 82 games is unbelievably hard.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. A nice lead that they have.
They've got Bell. Livingston is out there with Curry. And there's Jerebko. And it's Iguodala in at the threesome. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Schroeder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Here's Jerebko. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Jerebko's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors. Schroeder kicks to Patterson. Outside, Felton. Patterson, the screen. Outside for George. That one wide left.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Curry. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. From outside the arc, count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Paul George.
It's something I think Paul George in the offseason is really working on, just pulling up off the dribble, maintaining great balance. Very few flaws in his offensive game.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Two shots.
Free throw good. Livingston getting open in the NBA. Not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
Livingston hits both of them.
Sean Livingston has had such a remarkable comeback career and one of the more unique players in the league. At 6'7", plays really a true point guard position, but very rarely do you ever see Sean Livingston getting away from shots on the floor where he knows he can be devastating. 10 to 12 feet, back to the basket, up over the top of guys. Just a really unique set of skills from Sean Livingston.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. And Livingston, not really a three-point shooter, but Brandy does so many other things to help you win.
It really doesn't get up into guys physically, but is out there with his smarts defensively to be versatile, to be able to switch. I love when Sean has a little bit of a launch pad on offense to get to the rim and get up and throw down some dunks. Just such a steadying force coming off the bench for the Warriors in the past few seasons. Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
There's a screen by Noel. Here's Schroeder. And the three off target.
But his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Here's Livingston, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, it came up short.
Noel sets a screen for Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, doesn't go for him. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. This is the first they're seeing of Oklahoma City here. First game of the NBA's regular season for them.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Yeah, people who saw this game got their money's worth. And it was just
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Bell. And it's Green in for Urebko. The Thunder also changing it up. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Noel. Roberson comes in for George. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone.
He's off on the first.
The Thunder, one of the lowest rates of assists in the league last year. Also, a team that does not move the ball around all that much to gain some advantage with strong side, weak side movement. So we'll see isolation, we'll see pick and roll, and very few passes in a contest like this.
That one misses. And the Thunder had great talent, but their offense hasn't allowed all their players, Brent, to flourish at the same time. Why is that?
Well, it's just a team that doesn't have a commitment to a flow style of offense. They have such great talent that I think the talent tries to take on the load sooner in offensive possessions than maybe the coaching staff would like, and they have great individual scorers. That's what these guys have done in the league for a very long time.
And Adams sends it back.
Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
Westbrook passes to Schroeder. From outside, off the mark.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Durant, and it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here's Westbrook. He's got 10. Passes it to Schroeder. Here's the screen. Back to Westbrook. Grant with a screen on Thompson. Westbrook drives in. Good D by Thompson.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
I like seeing Durant slam that one down. I mean, he's just powering it home thanks to that incredible position.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The Warriors making the shot. Left side, Adams. Here's Westbrook. Adams trying to free himself up. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Thompson for the triple. And Roberson pulls it down.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. Over Livingston. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 10 on the bucket from Schroeder.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Now here's Durant. 10 points for him. To the middle. Green, no luck. Thunder trailing by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yeah, that's a Westbrook mindset right there. I'm going through you. It doesn't allow his focus to be shaken, even when the defense gets a little bit nasty.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. Durant at the elbow. It's hauled in by Adams. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Westbrook passes to Adams. Screen by Adams. Back to Schroeder. No good from outside.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Livingston kicks to Durant. Green with a screen on Grant. Now here's Durant. Defense right on him. Yep, it counts. Durant's got 12 in the game.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Thunder trailing by 10. Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town. Some even criticizing him after they left. He's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Shot from the inbound. No good from Grant.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Thompson misses.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
And Thompson sends it back.
Clay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive. Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
Now here's Green. Green, the screen. Here's Curry with the 3. The Thunder pull it in.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Robertson dishes to Grant, and Adams kicks to Patterson. Here's Grant. Good on the triple. Grant's got 5 now.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Iguodala outside. Cousins inside. Adams defending. No good from Cousins. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And it's only their first turnover here, so they've done a great job of protecting the rock.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Paul George comes in for Jeremy Grant. It's Felton in for Andre Robertson. Green, the screen. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. From 13, nice jump shot. Good. He has 7.
Somewhat remote odds of Klay Thompson missing on that kind of attempt. Just chalk it up.
Felton against Curry. Pass to Westbrook. Over Thompson. Can't hit from 12. And we've reached halftime in this one. The Warriors on top. They're up by 9. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. And I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. Well, for Golden State, Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Here's Curry.
Now, last season's championship round, the fourth straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major four sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. And it's George in at the small forward position.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Right next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast, but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those two guys in place.
Now, here's George after the miss from Stephen Curry. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Thunder trailing by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Down low, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, this is great when Westbrook starts to dictate the tempo of the game. This time he's doing it with the pass, setting up a teammate.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. And the basket by Curry.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fit.
Chance to check out Kevin Durant. He's coming off an excellent season, putting in about 26 points per, 7 rebounds and 5 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Cousins, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I remember when Cousins came into the NBA, I had a chance to watch him at his very first Summer League game, and I thought he'd be a problem then. Well, he's still a problem now. I mean, he can do so many things out there.
Two.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, last season was just devastating for DeMarcus Cousins, a big man with an Achilles tear, and that's a tougher injury usually for a heavier or taller player, and DeMarcus is both of those. It happened right before the All-Star break. I hated to see it, but happy he's been able to get back on the road to recovery, and hopefully he'll regain his All-Star form.
And with Cousins and his Achilles, quite often a very lengthy recovery, and you aren't guaranteed, Brent, to be the same afterwards.
No, I think that's the biggest concern, obviously. The one thing that Cousins has, though, is with his size and strength, that if he can get down the floor, he can still dominate from that position. But yes, I'm with you, Kevin. We all are hopeful that Cousins can have the athletic ability and the mobility that he had prior to the injury.
Bell is checked in for the Warriors.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. The Thunder went into free agency with a lot of question marks, but ended having a big summer.
Able to retain Paul George, and that was the first and largest key. Getting a player like Noel for cheap was also a big help for this group. The Thunder were at a fork in the road last season, but this team now as dangerous as ever.
Thunder trailing by 19. Here's Westbrook. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And this would be a terrible blow.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Thunder.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Now here's Curry. He's got 14. Jerebko the screen. Adams against Bell. And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. The Thunder have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. The pass to Westbrook, looking to end his cold spell. That one doesn't go, and Golden State will go the other way with it.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Curry on the wing. Jerebko the screen. Pocket 6, inside. And Adams sends it back. George with no one around. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got 15 points.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
The shot by Curry, no good. It's stolen by Jerebko, and it's sent back by George. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Scary. Really important. Health, number 1. Everything else comes after that.
Livingston's checked in.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Last season, he played outstanding. 2nd in steals and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And looking back at his number 2 steal rate, yeah, he did gamble a little bit, you're right. But he also played some hard-nosed on-ball defense, and that was key. Time now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on DeMarcus Cousins. David?
Hey, guys, the Thunder's head athletic trainer gave me an update. Told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis, he may miss a number of games before making a return. I'll let you know more details as soon as I find them out. Kevin?
Appreciate that, DA. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it
to get through it. This we know.
Yeah, sometimes off the court you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go.
Like to see this.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, #1. Everything else comes after that.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Andre Iguodala is checked in for Livingston. And it's Klay Thompson in for Steph Curry.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
And here now the Thunder, 19-point game. And it's time for an injury report. And let's get an update on the Steven Adams injury with DA.
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. They checked out his foot, and it appears he may have sprained his toe on that play. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
Appreciate that, DA. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Russell Westbrook, #1.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Quinn Cook's checked in for the Warriors. And then for Oklahoma City, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Grant. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Schroeder kicks to Patterson. Pass to Noel. Patterson, the screen. Noel dishes to Schroeder. He can't hit that time.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now, here's Felton. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside for George. All sorts of time. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Thompson outside. At the elbow, it's Iguodala. Outside Durant. Bell with a screen on Patterson. Durant, and another basket for Golden State.
And that's a 6'11" guy handling the rock. Coming off the pick, amazing skill level on Durant's part. Well, the success of the Warriors is truly built around their culture and their chemistry, and it really starts with Steph Curry. Even though a lot of people argue about Kevin Durant being their best player, their most important player has been Steph. Just a great, joyful approach to the game, and it rubs off on the entire organization.
Warriors leading by 15. He kicks it to Thompson. Back to Durant. Bell with a screen on Patterson. Out to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Felton. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 14. And that blend of joyfulness and competitive spirit, something that Steph Curry and his coach, Steve Kerr, you know, Brent, they share that in common.
Yeah, think about just how humble they are, how gracious they are, how much they're willing to take the time on a daily basis to do things for others, not just themselves. So you have the Warriors with some key values in place that they don't stray from all that often.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
There's a screen by Noel. Felton kicks to Noel. Back to Felton. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Sunday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings. The Thunder shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him. The Thunder, Brent, playing with such energy, but shooting, not their strong suit.
No, one of the lower three-point percentages in the league as a team. The free throw line also last year really weird. A big-time struggle for guys who had career low years from the free throw stripe. So tough to win big in today's game if you're not hitting threes and then not hitting the freebies.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, he's won an MVP. He's won a championship. He's won a gold medal. He's been the MVP in the finals. It's a pretty full resume for one Kevin Durant.
And the Warriors making a change here. Evans is checked in. Durant hits them both. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Right at the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
Now here's Schroeder after the miss from Klay Thompson. George sets a screen for Schroeder. Over Evans, and that one's good. Schroeder's got 8 points.
And Schroeder continuing to build his confidence, shooting the ball from the perimeter. I'd like to see him square up and sink those J's.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Iguodala. 21 points for Kevin Durant.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Schroeder against Evans. Evans with the steal. From deep. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Thunder trailing by 21. Iguodala and Durant hold down the forward spots. Livingston and Thompson are the guards, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Green with a screen on Felton. Thompson, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. And the Warriors lead by 21.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Schroeder kicks to Felton. The three from George. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Felton. Thompson passes to Iguodala. Outside Durant. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Thunder trailing by 21. And here's George for three. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists now tonight. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded by Schroeder. And it's Green missing. Well, Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's George. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Paul George in 2017-18 taking his three-point shooting to new heights. In fact, Brent, the best percentage of his career. Most makes, too.
Well, he's one of the league leaders, Kevin, every year, and just becomes so dangerous from the three-point line. He's playing in that secondary offensive role in OKC. He pretty much feasted on catch-and-shoot opportunities with Westbrook having the ball.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
Green, the screen. Over George. And it's Durant missing. Thunder trailing by 16. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Fades away. And there's Paul George on the assist by Westbrook. 24 points for George. Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Iguodala the pass to Green. Jerebko the screen. Feeds it to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
What a talent this guy is. Durant has the ability to score from anywhere, and now picking his spots.
And George kicks to Noel. Westbrook with a wide open look. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
You can blame some poor defense on that play. Just a total breakdown. Got to at least contest at some point.
Durant against George. Outside Durant. Green with a screen for Durant. Passes to Thompson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. George against Durant. Noel, a screen on Durant. Durant against George. 6 on the shot clock. Over Durant. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Paul George. The Warriors have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Now here's Iguodala. There's the dish to Durant. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bell, he's checked in for Jerebko. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Patterson, he's checked in for Noel. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Iguodala outside. Bell with a screen on George. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 6. Pulls up. High post. And it's in there. Durant's got 25 points.
Having the wherewithal to get that shot off in time, Durant makes those kind of plays look effortless.
Here's Roberson. Outside Westbrook. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Iguodala outside. Green with a screen for Iguodala. Down low. Thompson misses.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Durant, Thunder with the rebound. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
So interesting with Russell Westbrook. Never really touted or championed growing up. But if you go to UCLA, you have to be halfway decent, don't you, Kevin? 5'8" stick figure back in high school and came off the bench his freshman year at UCLA. And I just don't think anybody saw what was coming out of Russell Westbrook, but we're appreciating it now.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And you heard the story. Westbrook showed up for a basketball camp in Atlanta. His name wasn't on the list. Had to sit in the lobby for 4 hours before they let him in.
That story is hard to believe. Obviously not a blue chip recruit, and I don't think that Russell Westbrook ever thought about seeing himself in the NBA at any point. Was just hoping to get a scholarship. And that second season at UCLA opened up some eyes about just how athletic and explosive he could be. Here we are today.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now here's Durant. Green, the screen. Thompson for the triple. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 19-6 run. Outside Westbrook. Back to Robertson. Anderson, the screen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And 6'7" swingman Andre Robertson out of the University of Colorado, one of the league's premier defensive specialists.
And Kevin, there's a reason he started for most of his career, and it has nothing to do with his shooting. Now returning from that ruptured patella tendon, will he regain that elite defensive form? Only time will tell.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Russell Westbrook with 2 straight seasons, 2, of averaging a triple-double. This is a feat that we thought we would never see again. And Russell backed up the one campaign with another. Just remarkable stuff.
Kevon Looney is checked in for Golden State. And he can't hit the second. And the Thunder placing so much, Brent, on Westbrook's shoulders. It's asking a lot.
It's asking a lot. I'm not sure how much Russell actually feels it. He just goes out and continues to put up just staggering, eye-popping numbers. And to get where they want to go, I think they're going to have to find a way to complement him in some way. And he's going to have to trust in those teammates in order to push the envelope a bit. This is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Here's Roberson. He's covered by Livingston. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Buries it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
Timeout called the Warriors. Here of the game, Kevin Durant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Jordan Bell's checked in for Kevon Looney. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
Thanks so much, David. Now here's Durant. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. It's a little lazy about what it could be.
Roberson the pass to Patterson. Here's Westbrook. The Warriors pull it in. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, number one. Everything else comes after that.
And the Warriors making a change here. Jerebko's checked in. Livingston with it. Jerebko the screen. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Oklahoma City trailing to the inside. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And that one's good. Green.
All those weapons, and Draymond Green ends up being the guy hurting you. What a huge shot.
Outside Westbrook. And Patterson kicks to Roberson. Patterson, the screen. Here's Roberson, defended by Bell. 5 on the clock, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Patterson coming through big time. Loves to hit those shots.
The Warriors shooting in the 4th quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Pass to Durant. Shoots from the elbow. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. The pass to Patterson. Inside. Oklahoma City moving it around. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
They're not sure. Maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team.
Durant against George. Outside Durant. Over in the corner, Livingston. We've got 1:18 left here in the 4th quarter. 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there. Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
1:03 left in the 4th quarter. To the inside. Here's Durant. Money! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Patterson, the screen. Back to Westbrook. Connects!
And that's what a guy like Westbrook will do for you, willing his team forward in these big moments.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 2. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Patterson. Durant kicks to Jerebko. Livingston dishes to Durant. Shot, high post. The rebound by Grant. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and so they foul intentionally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Just how fierce a competitor Russell Westbrook is. He just lays it all out there on the line every single night.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Two-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 4. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your... ...19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Sean Livingston taking big control of a big moment.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Well, there's no doubt he's known for defense and rebounding, but you have to admire the work Robertson has put in improving his shooting stroke.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Durant, the pass to Livingston. Green kicks to Jerebko. Back to Green, launches it. Count it! A tremendous three to tie it up.
Well, this team trusts everybody, and this time the trust was in.
Robertson dishes to Westbrook for the win. Oh, it's off the mark, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The jump ball to start overtime. So off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Green and Bell are the bigs. Livingston is out there with Yarebko. And it's Durant in at the 3. Oh, wow, guys. Doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, number one. Everything else comes after that.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. Durant against George. Green, the screen. Bell with a screen on George. Off the pick. And another basket for Golden State.
Well, nice choice by KD. Creates just the right amount of space coming off the screen. And then that sweet, sweet string music.
There's the pick. In the corner, George with it. No good on the triple. The Warriors shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Livingston passes to Yarebko. And then Yarebko with the dunk.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Westbrook kicks it over to Schroeder. Noel sets a screen for Schroeder. Off target from three-point range. The Warriors lead it. Pass to Livingston. Green, the screen. Now here's Livingston. He's tightly guarded. That shot missing. Oklahoma City's gotten neither of their first 2 3-point attempts to fall here in overtime. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. From 12 feet out. That shot no good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. It's Schroeder with the drive. Bell with the block.
At a young age, Bell has proven to be a great shot blocker with tremendous timing.
Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Livingston.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Here's Green. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside, George to the middle. Noel dishes to Schroeder. Takes the 13-footer. Westbrook, no good. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 on shot attempts since the end of regulation. Livingston passes to Green. Kicks to Yarebko. He dishes it to Livingston. There's the pick. And Yarebko has it in the corner. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Oklahoma City trailing. Looking to end the drought. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Livingston. He's covered by Westbrook. And Durant gets it to go.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Here's Westbrook. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And this is the thing about Westbrook. He wants to take the responsibility when it matters most.
Misses for Westbrook. The Warriors have gone a shade under 50% from the floor here in overtime. They've hit 3 of 7. Stolen by George. At the top of the key, Westbrook. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
I mean, just a terror in transition is Russell Westbrook, exploding past the defense with that speed.
Timeout called. Golden State. 22 is their biggest lead. And the wide open shot from Green. Buries it!
Well, Draymond Green must be feeling good because no hesitation in that one there, letting it rip.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 2. There's 31 seconds left to play. Now here's Westbrook. Defense is right there.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 5 to shoot. Livingston kicks to Durant. Over George. That's short off the rim.
Believe this. How in the world can you end the game on a shot like that?
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.